Hello, fourth grade readers. My name is Mrs. Lamondo, and I'm back with you for our Fontes and Pinnell mini lesson of the day. So let's get started. Today, we're going to talk a little bit about responding to reading and the types of places you might keep your reading responses when you're in school and how we'll adapt that for our remote learning. All right, let me share my screen with you. And let's present that. So today, I want to talk about that if you are in class, everyone might have their own writer's notebook, which you would use throughout the school year. So if we were here, I would give you a couple of minutes to look through it. The reading notebook rather, has 4 sections, and you can use the tabs to find the sections. That would be a reading list, choosing books, mini lessons, and writing about reading. Unfortunately, we're not at school right now, so we need to adapt our reading notebook to our remote learning. We're going to do this pretty easily. So daily, you are going to complete reading responses, as you know. If we were in school, they might be paper-based, and you might choose to keep them in your reading notebook. You should be doing one response every single day, Monday through Thursday. Friday is a day that we take time to get caught up on anything we might have missed. So let's take a look at our reading response that we're going to be doing while we do remote learning to remind ourselves of what it looks like. Oops. Let me share that with you. So our reading response that we will use during remote learning looks like this. Remember, it says after reading your book, please complete this form so we know all about what you read. You should always put your name, today's date, the genre of the book you read. Remember, fiction means a fictional book, a story that is made up, versus nonfiction, which means a true life story, something that actually takes place. And remember, you're going to summarize what you have read and make sure to check your work for capital letters and punctuation. Those are the reading responses we'll do now that we are in remote learning. That may change if and when we are together again in the classroom. So let's continue that thought by skipping ahead a few lessons and talking a little bit more about reading responses. Let me go here. So we have been learning about what to do during independent reading and how to use a reader's notebook. Today we're going to take a look at a list of guidelines for that time. What do you think that guidelines actually are? If I said the word guideline, what do you think of? Maybe you thought that guidelines are a little bit like rules or expectations. A guideline is a rule or a suggestion about how something should be done. Let's take a look at the list and see if we think we should add or delete anything. So here are some guidelines for independent reading. 1, read a book or complete a reading response. So during that independent reading time, after you watch this lesson, before we go live together, you should be either reading or completing a reading response. Remember, we're up to 20 minutes now on Raz Kids. You should work silently so you and your classmates can do their best work. Obviously, we're not in the classroom right now. However, you should have a spot in your home to work and read in which you can maintain focus. 3, use a level 1 voice when conferencing with a teacher. So if we were in the classroom and we were talking about your reading as other people are reading independently, we would be using a quiet whisper voice. 4, select books that you'll enjoy. That's something that we can follow regardless of where we are. If you start reading something and you don't like it, put it down. Choose something that you enjoy. 5, abandon books that you don't enjoy once you've given them a fair chance. So this is important, right? I don't want to open up a book, read the first page and decide, this isn't for me. You want to give it a fair shot because much like I told you about my experience with The Wild Robot, where people said, oh, you'll love it. And I thought, that's not really for me. When I gave it a fair chance, it became one of my favorite books. 6, record each finished book on your reading log. When we're in class, we'll have a reading log in which you can do this. Don't worry about it while you're at home remote learning. And 7, always do your best work. Please complete your reading responses to the very best of your ability. So today we talked about a reading notebook, which we won't use during remote learning, and the reading responses, which we should be filling out daily. Remember, if you have any questions at all, when you log in with your teacher, you can check in with them about what your question is, because we are here to help. All right, that's all for today, readers. I'll see you next time. Bye.